What's up, everybody? Chuflaka back at it again with another Madden YouTube video. Today we're going to be doing a special top 10 video. It's going to be a video on what I believe to be the best cards of Madden 21. This is going to include literally no golden tickets, only because I just don't consider those, like, they were at the end of the year too. I want to do cards that came out, and these were the cards that were the best when they did come out, meaning whenever they were out, everyone's like, this is a must-have card, this is a card we need, this is a card that was broken for a long time. It's crazy. Some of these cards are still usable on not only budget teams, and also just some of them are also higher overalls as well. But like I said, no golden tickets in this video. It's going to be based on when they came out and how good they were when they first came out in the game. Did a poll on this on my YouTube. It did help me out make this list, and also talked to a lot of people, and I've definitely think I've played the game enough to have a decent say inside of this, but there's obviously going to be very good cards left off the list. But anyways, boys, if you guys do not know, I do post a video every single day of the week, so make sure you guys smash that noti button if you are new and subscribing, and also smash that like button. It's only one like. It helps out so much. It's free. You guys don't even understand. It can help me so much. Let's get right into number 10. Gonna throw in a couple honorable mentions as well. Our first honorable mention is actually going to be Taylor Mays right here. He was a 91. He was very good when he first came out. You saw every single person use him in the game. He is probably our number 11 on this list. I just think that there was a lot of other good users in the game, which really didn't make him too overpowered and make him that much of a must-have on your team. But I did love this card as well. I think a lot of people are still using his 98 power-up expansion because he's just genuinely always a good player, and he goes in a lot of theme teams. He barely misses a list just like this. This card is always going to be good in Madden just because of that height, the hit power, everything that comes with Taylor Mays. Another honorable mention is actually going to be the 97 overall Derrick Henry. I like this card a lot. The only thing that really sucked about him was obviously the speed, but he was an air trucker. He was a big boost from his 95. It really was a big boost in speed. His other card wasn't really that usable when he first came out because the speed was so low, but this card came out and was pretty top end with speed at the time. It was 98 speed for a power back to get air truck. Was very OP, and he just barely missed his list as well, just like Taylor Mays. Starting off with number 10, though, we will have the the 92 overall. I don't know how I said number. 92 overall Josh Allen. This card was one of the best quarterbacks in the game when he first came out. He had the strong arm archetype when you kind of needed gunslinger no matter what, but the abilities weren't hitting like 95. I think it's 96 you need to be to hit all the abilities to get gunslinger and Howard Master. Don't remember off the bat, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, he could only get Gunslinger. So you didn't get Hero Master with him. You did have to use all the specialists and everything. But he was very fast. He had a decent release. Like, 85 speed was very good back then. He had a decent release. Gunslinger as well. He had great throw power. Everybody looked at throw power early in the year. 95 throw power in the beginning of the year was insane. And every single person on the planet was using, like, Go Deep. I'd say, like, 80% of people were using Go Deep this year. Josh Allen just fit everything. His 89 was also a very good card, if you guys remember. His 89 was amazing. And then he got this upgrade, I'm pretty sure, like, a week or two after that one. It was pretty quick. He got that team of the week. And, yeah, that was just... everybody had him. At number 9, we do have 96 overall Deion Sanders. This is a card that's still usable to this day. He came out broken, was one of the first 99 speed players on any theme team in the game. He is just Deion. He can do everything in the punt game, the kick return game. He's one of the best corners in the game. He's always one of that guys that always play a lot better than his stats. If you guys have played past Maddens or even got a good dose of this Madden, you know Deion always plays a lot better than his stats. I know a lot of people have some bad history with him. You do got to play different because his press is a little lower this year, but I still think he is easily one of the best cards. It just comes down to it's Deion. Whatever they do with the programming inside of Deion cards literally breaks the card. I love Deion, and I think he's always got to have a spot on my team. Number 8, we do have the 91 overall 50 Reggie Bush. This was another great card. Receiving backs were the meta forever. I mean, they still kind of are now that we have golden tickets. Like, Zeke can get every ability, so it's not really the biggest deal. But Reggie Bush, everybody was throwing the ball. This is like more of a throwing Madden. That's why you saw people getting their receiving backs. And he had no competition. Literally no competition at that overall. There was nobody competing with him being one of the best running backs in the game. He was the best running back for, I'd say, almost a month and a half, 2 months. It felt like it was super long. He had a good speed when he first came out. Best archetype, like I said, that's the main reason everybody got him. He was just always played really good out there as well. He just, obviously these stats are very low comparing him to what we have now, but this card was amazing, 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 and he lasted forever. Number 7, I do have the 92 overall Scary Terry card. He got the Scary Fast on the Halloween promo. I loved this card. If you remember, everybody thought this card was a must-have. He had the highest speed by, because he had the power-up as well. Pretty sure he had the highest speed by a 2 because the next guy under him didn't have a power-up with 92 speed. At the time, I'm almost positive. Regardless, I know he was the best receiver by far when he first got released, and he was a must-have on every single person's team. For example, the card that got released right next to him was that LTD D-Hop, and then LTD D-Hop had 89 speed. He had 89 speed. That's why, Terry McLaurin is insane. This card was also, his 96 was one of the first 99s out there, and speed-wise, he's always been a good card. He had great route running as well, 91, 90. I'm pretty sure he was one of the first receivers in the game, too, that had above 90 route running for every single stat, which was obviously threshold breakers. With the speediest guy out there, Terry McLaurin it was just goated back in the day. Might be a little confused on why Montez Sweat is up here at number 6. This 88 overall card, it was his agility. If you guys remember, I think it was under an 82 agility or under an 80 agility with over a certain amount of speed or excel. I forget what it was, but it's literally known as the Gut Fox Blitz. He literally looped. He was like the only one that could really loop out there except for some of the bad cards out there. He had under that certain agility marker that you needed, and he was super fast, so he always got the loop blitz. It was broken for so long until they literally made a patch. You know, EA doesn't really put patches out there. They made a patch to try to fix it. Still do think people somehow get around it with corners now, but Montez Sweat, this card was broken for the longest time. You saw every single person in the game almost had him that knew how to run the blitz because it was so easy to run. It was so broken. You literally couldn't even block it. You could ID him. You could try to double team him. It just glitched. It was a glitch. It wasn't more of like, they just walked right around your tackle. Montez Sweat, this was like the only card you could run it with that was relevant as well. That's why everybody in the world had this 88 Montez Sweat on their team. Number 5, we do have the 93 overall Barry Sanders. He was the first Team Diamond Master in the beginning of the year. And yeah, the next highest overall, I'm pretty sure, it was a 90 overall when he first came out. So yeah, it's going to definitely be the best when he first came out. Got every team chem as well. His change of direction was insane. He was one of the fastest in the game when he first... Think about it. Reggie Bush was released, I think, 2 months after this card. And Reggie Bush had the same speed as him. It was crazy. Barry Sanders had 91 speed from the beginning. I saw people got 99 speed of the first day he came out because they were doing squads and they were showing that they were in a Ravens theme team or something, and Barry Sanders had a 99 speed like the first day he came out. It was some crazy stuff. You had to spend a lot of money to get this card. Very hard card to get in the beginning of the year because all those cards were super expensive and you had to get them all completed. Yeah, it was definitely a tough one. But he was just super solid, great change direction. He was stop-and-go master in the beginning of the year. Barry Sanders, this card had to be on this list. Number 4, we do have MVP Rodgers, a 97 overall with the best release in the game. He didn't have the best archetype. But if you guys remember, before he got a Redux, and even after the Redux, he was over 1.5 million. That was like his lowest. But before that Redux, he was 2.5 million. That was the cheapest you were getting him for. That's how good this card is. Everybody knew it. Everybody knows now that he got that golden ticket as well. Like I said, I'm not going to include golden tickets in this video only because it's at the end of the year. It's not really a card. I don't know how to explain. I'm just going to keep them out. I just think it's fair to keep out golden tickets for a video like this. But Aaron Rodgers is 97. It was a must-have, the most expensive card in the game. Everybody wanted to pull him. He was insane. I just don't know what to say about him. It's the best release in the game. It's just A-Rod. Number 3, we have Ghost Kamara. This was the best running back by far when he was released. Bo Jackson got released, I think, a week or 2 later. But I do think everyone still preferred Kamara. Obviously, everyone still preferred him. Bo Jackson fell out so fast, and Kamara is still relevant to this day. Well, he did get that 98, but this card is still kind of playable to this day. Not as fast, but he did get a +1 after the card, making him even more broke. Literally a week after he had his Christmas game as well, if you guys don't remember, 6 touchdowns. He got a +1 after this. He was a 96 overall, or a 97 overall running back who had 98 speed when other running backs were averaging around 97 speed. So he was a receiving back with the best archetype in the game, 98 speed. He had amazing stats. These stats were a lot better than other people when he first came out. And you still see people putting his 99 at the top card, one of the best running backs in the game, in the top 2 to top 3 every single time. He was just broken this whole year. This whole card was just broken. I think his 89 wasn't as good, but his 95, even after his +1 from the Christmas game, and also his 98 were just some of the best cards out the year. But number 2, I am going to put 92 overall, Brett Favre. This card was another card that came out and was super, super broken and a must-have. He wasn't as expensive as, say, the Aaron Rodgers card, but that was only because he was in an LTD. But this card was amazing. Everybody felt like they had to get him as well. Throne even made a video on him saying he was the best quarterback, and you saw the Brett Favre market just get completely flopped after that. That was a crazy time as well. But he always had great throw power, especially when he first came out. 93 throw power. Comparing him to Josh Allen early in the video, that Josh Allen had +2 throw power on the card, like Brett Favre. That just shows how good that Josh Allen was as well. But he wasn't known for his speed. It was always that release. Everybody felt like his release was just a must-have, especially now with the gunslinger meta. That was kind of introduced in this year's game. Yeah, Brett Favre was a must-have if you could afford him. Number 1 in the game, I think Isaiah Simmons was the most broken card throughout the whole year. He's still a very, very good user in the game. 6'4", you could argue that his 94 was the best. Or, I mean, the 87, this card when he first released was the best user as well. 6'4" was the only really carrying point. He was 90 speed. Pretty sure this card came out day 1. Can't remember if it was exactly on day 1. But he always had good power. At 88 was solid when this card was first released. He was always broken. It always got the community super hyped when they even released that 94. And everybody felt this card was a must-have as well. And I still do think people genuinely want him to get another upgrade because they know how broke he is. I think if he gets a power-up expansion, he goes back to being the best user in the game. Maybe next to Carl Banks, depending on speed. If he gets up to that 99, he probably would. But yeah, Isaiah Simmons is broken. I hope he turns into something in real life so he can keep on getting upgrades. Really do want to see him in Madden forever. Like, this guy is insane, super fun, and definitely enjoyed him being in Madden this year as one of the meta players. Boys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, so make sure to let me know who is your number 1 card of Madden 21. Who did you enjoy the most? Who is your best card? It's always hard to make a video like this because obviously not everybody has tested out these cards. I really went off of people's opinions. Like I said, I did a poll on my YouTube in the community tab as well, so make sure you guys always check in there. And also, just talking to people. Everybody is, like, I tried to think of other people, but it really came down to a lot of these cards besides the golden tickets were very, very good. But anyways, boys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and turn on those noties. The Noti gang is growing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.